Now that we've opened up 6 more packs, we can try out another sealed pool. Here you can see our final 40 cards, and our sealed pool gave us almost no top end to work with, but it did give us a lot of 1, 2, 3, and some solid 4 drops. As we talked about in our last video, most of these sealed decks are going to be somewhere between mid-ranged and slower decks. So if our packs have graced us with low drops, we might as well take advantage of that and get under these slower decks that might stumble into the mid-game. In our first column, we can see that we've got 7 1-drops, including Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist, one of the best aggro cards in or out of Limited, with Maleficent biding her time, a pair of Flounders, Hey Hey Boat Snack, the Duke of Wesselton, and Simba Future King. We also got a pair of Fire the Cannons to take care of any of their early drops that might try to slow us down, and to clean up some of their more expensive glimmers that may have challenged our weaker cards in the early game. After that, we managed to pick up 6 2-drops, which include a pair of Sebastians who don't have anything to sing in our deck, a Prince Ali, a nice pickup in Simba Protective Cub, a Magic Broom, and a very exciting 2-drop our LeFou. Our Ursula's Cauldron is a nice card that we can slip into our curve in the mid to late game in order to help us search up some of the more powerful cards as the game wears on. After that, we've got our 3-drops, starting with Aladdin Street Rat. His Lose 1 Lore ability isn't going to be too useful in our deck. Maleficent gets to replace herself with her draw ability. Hercules can help bodyguard our 2-drop LeFou and 1-drop Maleficent. Abu Mischievous Monkey and Jasmine Disguised both have 2 lore, which is going to help accelerate us to 20. We're also including a little mid to late game disruption for their big bombs with Mother Knows Best, and Smash, fulfilling the same role as Fire the Cannons. Following this, we have our 4-drops. At this ink cost, we want to concentrate on cards with 2 or more lore that are really going to help us close the gap to 20. Han Scheming Prince with 3 lore is fantastic to see when you're at 17. An Evasive Tinkerbell can keep ticking up our lore even if the opponent gains control of the board. Prince Philip Dragonslayer can serve as removal in a pinch, but also has 2 lore. The same with Ariel Voiceless and Maleficent Sinister Visitor, who are also bolstered by great stats. Eye of the Fates is a great card to see. It will probably be hard to interact with for the opponent, and will allow every card we play, even if they are banished the turn they quest. When playing this deck, you might want to seriously consider stopping at playing only 4 ink. There are a lot of cheap cards here where you'll be able to play out 2 cards a turn, even on 4 ink. And with little in the way of card draw, card advantage for this deck is going to come in the form of not playing cards as ink, but playing cards to the board. In our 5 and 6 ink slots, we're concentrating on cards with 2 or more lore, like Donald Duck strutting his stuff, a little bit of card draw with the Queen, Wicked and Vain, 3 lore from a Moana, an Evasive Goofy Daredevil, who can tick up our lore from safety, a 2 lore Jasmine, a 2 lore Jamba Juka, another Evasive Tinkerbell, and our 2 removals in Maui Hero to All and Dragonfire. Again, if the game is going well, don't be afraid to not play those cards, as we're not going for the long game. And finally, we've got some heavy hitters with Stitch Rockstar for 3 lore, who can also be used as a card draw engine, Mufasa King of the Pride Lands, and a Kronk who's good in a pinch, but who I'd not necessarily be looking to play. Now let's look at some cards that didn't make the cut, starting with the Glimmers. Ariel Who's It Collector, we don't have the items, she's too expensive, not enough lore. Same thing with Pumbaa. Too expensive, not enough lore on him. Elsa Ice Surfer, again, too expensive, not enough lore for this deck. Both of our Jafar's Wicked Sorcerer, it's got Challenger 3, which is nice, but we're not looking to challenge in this deck. Also joining the too expensive, not enough lore club, Cerebus, 3-headed dog, Sven, another Sven, Rapunzel letting down her hair, and Mickey Mouse Musketeer. A lot of these are great cards, but they're too expensive to be putting in an aggro deck. And with only 2 lore pips, it's not what we're looking to do. Next up, items and actions. Shield of Virtue. I think you can make an argument for this card to protect your Glimmers from being challenged and banished. Magic Golden Flower. Most of our Glimmers are too weak to benefit from healing. 2 Stampedes are coming out. We've already got Fire the Cannons. We're definitely not looking to accelerate. Tangle won't work for us because we're looking to beat our opponent to 20 first. Cut to the chase, we're not challenging. Break is good, it's just a card that doesn't fit with our strategy. Magic Mirror is too expensive to be using. Coconut Basket doesn't make the cut because we're not healing. Not a lot of good reasons for freeze because we don't want to exert the opposing characters for challenging. The beast is mine. Giving people reckless isn't terribly useful because they're probably attacking into us anyways. Hakuna Matata, again, healing's not a big help for us. And stealing from the rich is just an expensive card, which probably isn't going to influence the outcome of the game very much. Now we've got a few cards that really almost made the cut. We got our pair of Vicious Betrayals, and he's got a sword. They're nice cards to have on hand, but we're just not going to be doing a lot of attacking. Control Your Temper is better for our deck, given the size of our creatures. But again, not a lot of attacking going on. One of the Donald Ducks came out, just because we're not looking to play a lot of big creatures. Floatsam's nice as a removal card, but again, we're just not looking to attack. And Frying Pan, while normally a terrible card, could have protected one of our key creatures while we're trying to gain lore. And there we have our final deck. Please like and subscribe and I'll make some more, and good luck out there, everyone.